What's up guys, it's me again. Welcome back to the channel. Today what we're going to be working on, the budget Civic build. But what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a little wire tuck in the bay. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do that. First thing you're going to do is there's going to be a screw right here. You probably can't see, it's too dark. There's a screw right here. There's a 10mm bolt right here. 10mm here, 10mm here, 10mm here, and then you got one that's going to be behind here, two under the side skirt. So let me get those off, and I'm going to be pulling the two fenders off right now. I'm going to be grabbing this harness right here, same as the other side, and I'm going to be tucking them through the side under the fender, and that's going to just clean up a little bit of this. I think what I'm going to also try to do is delete this and make the injector harness just run underneath the intake manifold, if it's possible. If not, I'm not too worried about that. Just trying to clean up a few things on here and make it look better. So I'm going to get started on this. Alright guys, well this is the progress so far. All this inner harness right here was all on the inside right there. So I managed to get that through this hole, which is what you have to do. There's a little rubber grommet right here. You have to cut in half if you want it to go around the wires, because you don't want the wires to get cut or chafed. This side, I actually ended up cleaning up the injectors a little bit. I think it looks a little better. It had this little box on it, like I showed you earlier. Clean that up a little. There's a ground that runs from here to here. I actually tucked that back here. That looks better. And the distributor wires, I tucked them away a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is, because I tucked this harness through that hole, it is going to run to this hole right there. And I actually just clipped these, which are the plugs right here that plug into that harness. So once I get these through the hole on this side, it's going to be popping out of here, and I'm going to wire up those clips, and it's just literally just going to plug in just like that. And then I will zip tie it up here, and then it'll look pretty clean. So I'll show you when that's all done, and then I can get on to the other side. Alright, so this is how I'm doing it. I'm just cutting and splicing, literally. This is one's already done completely and is actually ready to plug in. So once I get this one done, plug it in, zip tie it up, put the fender back on, and start with that side. Alright, so I got it all wired up. This is wired up. See, you guys don't have to cut this if you have a pick. Because if you have a pick, what you could do is actually de-pin these and then put the little pins right back in. So now that this is all hooked up, I'm gonna make sure that everything still works, because that would suck to put everything together and it doesn't work. So what we're gonna do is just turn everything on, make sure it's all good. It's mainly just All this really is right here is a headlight harness. So as long as everything works, you know it's good. So, looks like everything works. Now, because I did tuck the injectors too, I'm gonna go ahead and start it. And she starts. Alright. So now that's all done, it's time to put everything back together. And another thing I need to mention is you do have to take your washer bottle out. I'm still going to try to fit it back in because I do want washer fluid. So I'm going to get all this together and I'll show you guys when it's done and then we can start on that one. Alright guys, so it turns out I didn't even need to take off this fender. So everybody else that has done this takes off the fender and they run it on the inside of the fender like they would on that side. However, I found an easier way. Considering that the box goes right here and hides a lot of this anyway, I just ran the wiring harness that usually runs right along here next to this AC line. I ran it through this hole and underneath, oh, you can't even see. Let me try to get a light for you real quick. Alright. So I ran it underneath right here. So it runs through the hole, comes under. I got it zip tied to the brake line, and then it runs under right there. And where it comes up at is way down here. You see that red wire? That's actually where it comes up and plugs into the harness again. So it actually was a lot easier to do it this way. I don't know why no one else does it this way, to be honest. It just seems a lot easier. I don't have to take off the fender, I don't have to cut wires, I don't have to do anything. So I guess this is pretty much it for the wire tuck. So my next video is going to be the headlights. I'm going to do a DIY black housing headlights for this. I think it'll look a lot better. I've wanted to buy some, but I don't have the money right now, and I see people doing them, and it turns out exactly like the ones you can buy. So I'm going to be doing that. I hope you guys like this this video. Got the fender on and everything. It looks all good. Got to throw the headlight in, obviously, in the front bumper and all. But I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you on the next one.